broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School. KVIKS Media.
You are looking live at the Hilo High Gymnasium for tonight's Boys BIIF Volleyball Semi-Final matchup. Invite your friends and family to tune in by going to hilohigh.org/livesports or download the Hilo High mobile app and press live streaming on the homepage. If you're already watching this on YouTube or Facebook, please like this video and share it with others. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to our channel or follow our Facebook page at Hilo High School to be notified when we go live or posting content. See our broadcasting schedule and all other athletic competition notices on our official website, hilohigh.org. And follow KVIKS Media at KVIKS Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And learn more about our program at kviks.org. Well, folks, we've got quite the matchup tonight. It's Hilo versus Waiakea, round 4. But this time, it's for all the marbles in Wednesday's BIIF final that will be hosted at Konawaina, as well as an opportunity to play at least in the state play-in game. Good evening, folks. My name is Kai Hayashida.
And my name is Cameron Kobalar. And I guess what, for the final time, we are your student commentators from Hilo High School.
This one, I think we can confidently say will be the last time that we commentate together. Once again, we did say it on senior night. We weren't sure if we're going to be able to call this game. And Saturday, we were notified, hey, we're going to be able to call the game, and we couldn't be happier to be here with all of you to call such an important game. I mean, this is for everything.
Everything.
When you think about it, I mean, yeah, sure, Hilo's up 3-0 in the season series. It doesn't matter now because these two teams are playing for a spot in the championship game on Wednesday. And trust me, you don't want to face this Waiakea team right now. And this has been such a weird year for Waiakea volleyball. We saw them open the year. They got swept at home by Hilo. Then they took on Kamehameha and took them to 5 sets. And we're like, yeah, that's the Waiakea we're more accustomed to seeing. And then they got swept again by Hilo right here in front of us. And then they got beat by Hilo again in Waiakea, 3-1 that time rather than the sweep. But Friday, when it really seemed like, hey, maybe they aren't going to be too much of a threat, they defeated one of the top teams in the state and the undisputed top team in the conference, and that it was Kamehameha. They beat them in 5 sets, and it was one that I'm sure has Hilo High, eyes wide open now. Like that's I mean, it's an eye-opener to when you defeat Kamehameha. Keep in mind, Hilo took Kamehameha to 5 sets in their first matchup, and then they got swept, and then they lost in 4. So outside of that 5-setter, they really haven't found the mojo, if you will, against Kamehameha, but Waiakea has. But then you look at Waiakea, the games right after playing Kamehameha, especially the ones where they played really well in, they lost to Hilo, and you have to wonder, is it like a matchup type of thing, right? Because, there are certain strengths and weaknesses that Waiakea has that maybe Hilo can exploit, but at the same time, those strengths and weaknesses exploit Kamehameha. So it's all about matchups, really. But I'm really excited for this matchup. I think that we will go 5. I know I've said that every single time Hilo has played a good team, and we have not gone 5. Hilo's only played in 1 5-setter. But, I mean, I think we could go 5 today.
You think you can go 5?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm calling 4 today.
Okay. Well, for Waiakea in that Friday victory, it was all about one man. He wears number 31. It's Clayman Morante, the reigning BIIF Player of the Year. And they said for all 5 sets, he really put Waiakea on his back. And he's going to have to do the same today if Waiakea wants to win this game.
Definitely.
For Hilo, well, it's a little different. They like to spread it around. Setter Kanoapana likes to spread things around. Favorite target has to be, though, Kawhi Wilbur-Gabriel, who has emerged as this ridiculous dominant force. We always knew he had the power. Ball? Never mind. We always knew he had the power But now he's got the control with the power, and he has turned himself into a deadly, deadly attacker. And then you have to also consider Maluhia Tandil, right? And hey, that kid might be short, but he can jump, can't he, Cameron?
He
can really
definitely.
get up
hops.
there.
He got hops.
Absolutely, and he's more than capable of going up against a double block of Waiakea, one that features a well over 6-footer in AJ Dahl, and get it right past him. And he's so skilled. I think that's what's so important with Tandil, is how much skill he really has. You can see it in the way he hits, the way he serves, the way he digs the ball. It's so much skill. So Cameron, I want to ask you, in a game like this, stakes are high, you've already played most of the season. What is the most important thing for both teams?
You gotta make sure communication's on point, and you gotta reduce the amount of service and attack errors that you.
Absolutely,
that you
I completely agree with that. And neither of these teams really make a lot of hitting errors, at least relative to Kamehameha. But Kamehameha, with them, you take the bad with the good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, their attack is so
Yeah.
good, sometimes they'll just misfire. But with Hilo and Waiakea, they don't really make errors hitting. They will keep the ball in play. Both of them do. And it's going to be, I think it will come down to who makes more errors. I think if we do like a little keys to the game type of thing, the X factor for Waiakea, who steps up outside of Morante? Because Hilo is not going to sit back and relax on Morante. They've done a pretty good job containing him for the most part throughout the year. But of course, this is a different game. It's playoffs. We saw last year in the playoff game, Morante ripped off 5 straight service aces to put the game away for Waiakea. It was right here. I was here. And I mean, it was really remarkable to see. But for Waiakea, I just think, look, as great as Morante is, he's not going to get you 25 points every single set. You're going to have to get the points somewhere else offensively. And the question is, who gets it done? And for Hilo, I think that it's most important that they continue to spread it around. Of course, you want to hit Wilbur Gabriel the most, right? But spread it around, get it to the middle a little bit with the Pana, Kaneta. That duo is really dangerous. I think the way they rotate, they have so much power, so much juice. Both basketball players, they have great verticals. I think it's super important. And then, of course, Tandil on the opposite side, you can't forget about him.
You cannot. Each player on the team has the potential to make any kill at any time. So, you gotta watch out.
Absolutely.
Gotta watch out.
It'll be very interesting to see how Hilo handles Clement Morante and how really Waiakea tries to stop this very, I guess you could call it a variety, right? The amount of ways that Hilo can score is ridiculous. And, if we want to talk about potential guys who can step up, if you want to take a guess, I'm looking at the warm-up right now. I think AJ Dahl in the middle is going to be that guy for Waiakea. He has to be that guy, in my opinion. If they want to pull one out on the road, an upset it will be if they do. And, yeah, we're so excited for this one. I will say, it's not super crowded in here, but for good reason, because right now at Wong Stadium, simultaneously with this game, Game 1 of the BIIF Championship for baseball
I heard
underway.
about that.
And look, we talk about how big volleyball is here. Baseball is just as big here. I mean, it draws serious crowds, and I was at the Hilo Waiakea baseball game earlier in the regular season. That place was pretty crowded. I want to estimate maybe 500 people were there, which is pretty big for a high school regular season game. I can't imagine what it's like for a championship game. And I mean, that game lived up to the hype. Hilo won 3-2 in extra innings.
Ooh.
But down the stretch, Waiakea has looked really good. So has Hilo. Hilo is undefeated on the year. Waikea's only loss is to Hilo. But I think that, both teams look very sharp coming down the stretch. And I'm sure the Game 1 starter for Waiakea was Lauren Iwata. He's been so dominant the whole year. So it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. By the way, Game 2, it's a best-of-3 series. So Game 2 tomorrow will be broadcast by Naleo TV following the D2 game, which is between Konawaina and Kamehameha. Konawaina and Kamehameha will play at 3 p.m., and the varsity game will follow. That will be an exciting one. I will be on the call with Naleo for that one.
Ooh,
so definitely
cool.
Really excited to see that. The crowd. I can't wait for the crowd because, as heated as this game is, and make no mistake, it could get a little crowded. It's not like it's empty in here. There's really only just a few spots, few and far in between, that are empty. But as big as this game is, it's a semifinal. Wong Stadium right now is hosting a championship game, and the Hilo versus Waiakea rivalry really does not stop here or there. Of course, tomorrow they will play game 2. Wednesday, the boys tennis team goes to Waiakea, takes them on in the BIIF team semi-final. Then Thursday, Friday, we have Hilo versus Waiakea again on the diamond again. The softball championship will be held out in Kealakehe. And I mean, early in the year, Hilo beat Waiakea 12-11 in extra innings. Both teams have looked really sharp down the stretch. I'm talking really sharp. Both of them run ruled. They mercy ruled defending BIIF champion Kealakehe this season. So they're certainly capable of special things. And I mean, this whole week is it's Hilo Waiakea week. I mean, and you know, it's a rivalry, and that's what makes the rivalry good. When you're not just when you're playing against your rival, when you're playing them in games that matter. Tonight matters. Wong Stadium tonight matters. Wong Stadium tomorrow matters. The tennis match matters. Thursday, Friday in Kealakehe matters. It all matters, and man, we're in for such a treat. Could you imagine if soccer was a spring sport as well? Because Hilo Waiakea played in that championship game as well. Both of them did, and split 1-1. Hilo took one, Waiakea took one. It's been really the year of Hilo versus Waiakea, and I mean, we're here for it. I'm here for it.
Definitely.
It creates such an environment, especially when both fan bases can come out and watch it. But we're about under a minute left in warm-up. We're just about ready to get things underway. How exciting is this? A rematch of last year's BIIF semifinal game. So skip the national anthem, Hawaii Pono'i, and starting lineups. We're just going to get to ball. Why not? Hilo with 3 losses in the league. Waiakea with 5.
You look equally matched, in my opinion, in terms of physical attributes, for the most part.
It'll be very interesting to see how each team stops each other's strength. I said it in the last time Waiakea played Hilo. Morante, if he gets 10 kills in the first set, Waiakea is going to be rolling. Can he get to 10 kills early on? We're going to start things off with a Konoa Pana serve. So here we go. It's Hilo, it's Waiakea, Volume 4 of the 2023 season. And we are underway at the Hilo High Gym. Enriquez out to Morante, gets it down, and that's a start that Waiakea is looking for. Clayman Morante opens the scoring.
That was a very quick first kill right there.
This is Credo who serves. Pana serves Wilbur Gabriel off the block, and that one's going to go out of play, and the 2 stars for both teams exchange kills. Wilbur Gabriel strikes right back.
I changed my mind. I think we might have to go 5 sets just because of that.
Just because of what you see in the first 2 points?
Maybe just because of that, we might have to go 5.
You can see Morante, he can hit from anywhere. Good serve by Wilbur Gabriel. Cabreros frees it over. Pana. Oh, that one's going to be an error on Hilo. That one was too tight to the net. Pana tried to keep it alive, but he couldn't. First error of the game goes to Hilo. Jace Hayashi, the libero, back to serve, and he sails it past the Viking logo in the paint. And the teams, after exchanging vicious kills, they exchange errors.
Yeah, it's these errors, man. They got to reduce these as much as you can.
Kai Kaneta, the 3-sport starter, behind the service line. Ayashi gets down low to get it. Straight up and down from Morante. Dug up by Pana. This is going over. Cabreros. Good kill there by Cabreros. On the overpass. And to the service line goes Clayman Morante. Morante takes a little bit off it. Tandel keeps it alive. Free ball over from Hilo. Enriquez calls it off. Morante plays setter this time. Outside Cabreros. Dug up by Ware. Pushes it outside. Tandel tips it down. What a great tip there by Tandel. It was a tough situation for him to be in, but he gets it down. And great recovery there by the Vikings.
That's just a great read right there to find the kill.
It's Ware. Serves it over. Morante sets middle. Whoa, look out! Into the Hilo bench goes Skylar McCumber. And Hilo has their first lead of the game. Ware sails it. Ace error. Kill error, kill error, kill error, kill error.
It's a pattern.
Eric Travis Cannon comes into the game now. Cabreros behind the service line. Floats one right at Harmon. And good job by Pana. Oh, but shouts to the net. It's still alive. It is still alive. No, it's not. Pana lifted it. And Waiakea takes the lead right back.
I thought the game was still alive when you said that they got it back.
Oh, Cabreros looked like it rolled up on him, like the bottom of his hand looked like he hit it with. And that's a service error.
I'm curious who caused the timeout first.
Naboa enters the game. Tandil. Good dig by Naboa. Outside, Credo. Oh, wow, what an accurate hit there from Credo. McCumber back to serve. Floats one. Pana outside. He put way too much juice under that one. McCumber behind the service line again. Waiakea, first 2-point lead of this game. Whew! Smoke shot there by Wilbur Gabriel. He goes right back, but Dahl is right there to meet him. Tandil takes a swing. Morante digs it up. Miscommunication. Can Enriquez keep it in? Yes, he can. Peyton Pana to Kanoa Pana. Back row again. It's Tandil. Wow! How about that from the back row?
I didn't see that coming.
Sometimes it's more about accuracy than the amount of power under your shot. Peyton Pana back to serve. Gets it in. Oh, way low. Waiakea can't keep it alive as Morante crashes into the net. I'll give that a service ace for Peyton Pana.
Once again, it's tied.
Pana lines one. Oh, someone's got to get it. No one moved after Hayashi kind of popped it right in front of himself. Back-to-back aces for Peyton Pana. That one, oh, that was definitely going long, but Noboa standing on the line, kept it in, and then, how about Credo there? Nice little tip off the block to get the kill. Great pass there by, I believe that was Enriquez. Enriquez tickles the tape. Can Hilo keep it alive? They can, free ball. Ooh, crashing into each other. Dahl in the middle, tip. Pana serves it wide. Look out. They're giving a point to Waiakea on an error.
And you still didn't get hit.
Nope. I was able to possess that a little bit. The net violation, I believe, on the follow-through of the hit. Wilbur Gabriel tries again. And gets it down. Morante tried to one-hand poke at it, but he couldn't. So Wilbur Gabriel's second kill. Kanoa Pana back to serve. Great serve. Overpass, and I think Enriquez, well, it was definitely something on Enriquez. And Hilo takes the lead right back. We go back and forth. Ooh, just a little long on the line drive there from Pana.
You know, I'm surprised that nobody moved. Like, no one from Waiakea moved an inch. Like, wow.
Waiakea rotating a lot more than Hilo is. Harmon, good dig, good hit down there. I believe that was Caneta, it was.
That was just great timing with that hit.
Good pass there from Pana as well. Wilbur Gabriel back to serve. A little flat. Wow, look at the effort by Hayashi. Free ball over. Morante has enough power to get it over, and then... Oh, it fell down and it was in. It lands in. I'm not even sure who gets the kill for that. I think Ware might have deflected it just a little bit. Oh, how crazy is that? What a turn of events. It looked like a huge mistake from Hilo, and it turned into a gift. And then Cabrero sends it long, and Hilo has opened up their biggest lead of the game. Dahl sends it long, or actually, he actually sends it wide. Wow, it really looks like he levitated in the air there.
A little too wide on that one.
Wilbur Gabriel still behind that service line. That one's low. It's an overpass. Hilo crashing in. Where? Big swing! A huge block! Cabreros. And that's a huge point for Waiakea. That things could have gotten out of hand really quickly there. Down 3, but they've got a good server in Hayashi behind the line. Can he start the rally, the clap back, if you will? Oh my goodness, he hit it off the top of his hand. The commentator's curse kicks in one more time. It's a timeout from Waiakea. Hilo has opened up a 4-point lead, tied for their largest in the game. Wow, we've got a back and forth game going on right here, don't we?
Right? How are you feeling? Fun?
Oh yeah, this is so fun. Little injury update. AJ Dahl currently getting checked out by the trainers. Looks like he's testing out that wrist. Might have been on that hit that he had sent wide. Maybe that threw off his timing a little bit. He's trying to shake it off just a little bit. That's Uncle Mark. I like calling him Uncle Mark. Hilo High's athletic trainer helping him out there.
And those wrist injuries are not funny.
No joke. They are no joke, especially in a sport like this where the ball is hitting, you know, that forearm wrist area quite a lot.
Especially when it's your dominant hand too.
So if you're Waiakea, what do you do? What do you need to do to get back into this game?
You gotta be a bit more consistent and have better communication. You can tell that they're just frozen there sometimes.
Yeah, Hilo's communication too looks a little choppy, which is quite a surprise because they've been so good at that throughout the whole year. Them and Kamehameha, two of the best communicating teams, I think, on this island. But I think, you know, it's nerves. It's a playoff game. It's nerves. Yeah. It's definitely nerves.
Definitely got that adrenaline rushing through you. So, like it hits different.
Absolutely.
It hits different being inside the game.
So Kai Koneta will serve for the Vikings. So here we go. Koneta. Little floater, Morante. He's going to take a swing. Look out. Right down. There you go. Get him back into the game. It's exactly what Waiakea needs to do. That's his second kill. And he's going to head back towards the service line. And a subsequent move by Hilo. The libero Harmon re-enters the game. Here comes Morante. Good dig by Ware. Outside. Tandil popped up by Morante. Can Enriquez get it? Yes, he can. But Maluhia Tandil right there. Oh, this is a set close to the net. Oh, how about Tandil? The opposite hand tip into the block. That takes a lot more skill than it looks. Pana set that one a little too close to the net there.
A little too close, but that's just great timing by him.
Cannon now drives one right at Hayashi. Morante playing setter. Finds Enriquez. Oh, went through the hands. It's still in. It is still in. Morante sets Macumber. Still alive. How about the effort by Wilbur Gabriel? Cabreros floats one. Wilbur Gabriel stays on his feet for this one. Pana. Oh, that one's barely going to get down. Oh, net violation on Macumber, and he knows that was a bad one. He got too excited there. Wow, what a chain of events there. At least a 2-point swing. Cannon stays behind the service line. Morante outside Enriquez. Off the block, but out. Kanoa Pana went up solo there. Got a good chunk of the ball, but couldn't angle it back in play. It's a kill for Enriquez, his first. How about the flexibility of Morante? He's playing setter right now. Cannon stands straight up and swings. Morante. Oh, that's too close to the net. And Enriquez, I think both players hit the net, but Enriquez hit the net first. So they'll call that a net violation.
Here's Tando.
Tando, oh! Can Hayashi get it in play? Wow, how about that from Hayashi? Outside, Wilbur Gabriel, off the block and down!
Hard to get a block when you have power like him, bro.
Tando behind the service line, one of Hilo's best servers. Look at that serve, look at the spin and the miscommunication. That's a critical error by Waiakea. You don't see those very often late in the season. It's an ace from Tando.
That's something the coach is going to talk about right there. Because that's huge.
That is monumental. Tando. A rotation error called on Hilo. Well, if there's anything Waiakea needed to get back into that one, how about not having to play anything at all? Cuts the lead to 6.
Another communication error right here.
Yeah, so one side has a communication error in play, one has a communication error before the play. McCumber serves. Pana, Wilbur Gabriel. Whoa, my goodness, but that's out. Look out, folks. Everyone behind us here is in the splash zone. That includes us.
That includes us. You know, I think the people behind us are Waiakea fans.
McCumber, good dive there by Harmon. Pana pokes at it. Oh, look at the diving effort by McCumber. Enriquez takes a swing off the block. Oh, and miscommunication again.
You can't have that. You gotta minimize that.
And in the middle, I believe that was Pana and Wilbur Gabriel who blocked that. Wow, how about that? Hayden Pana, look, there's no one there. This is such a, okay, this is bad. This has gotten really bad for Waiakea. That's 3 in the last 4 points. But you wanna know who's happiest about that? Peyton Pana, he's got 3 aces in this first set. Pana, floater. Are they gonna call another, no, they're gonna call a rotation error on Waiakea this time.
This is not a good
So teams exchange rotation errors. Oh, this has been a nightmare run for Waiakea.
And I don't think you can get another straight 10 points when Hilo's already at 23.
Well, don't rule out what Waiakea can do. Don't forget they got number 31.
That is true.
Pana. Dahl. Oh, good job there by Dahl.
Maybe that's a start right there. Maybe.
Possibly.
They're going to need something. With all of those errors.
First kill for Dahl. I think he's the key. He's got to be the key moving forward. Enriquez. Tandil calmly takes it. Kaneta. Oh, Kaneta hit the net on the follow-through. Back-to-back points for Waiakea. Enriquez kept in by Cannon. This is going to be close. Ooh. And knocked right down. Looked like Dahl got a piece of that one.
He got the block first before Wilbur Gabriel was able to even get a chance of blocking it. That was quick.
Enriquez, he's been dominating behind there. He left it short, and that's a critical one. That's a really, really bad one.
Now Hilo is 1 point away from winning this set right here.
Kanoa Pana, set point for the Vikings. Credo, left hand, no. Pana digs it up. Wilbur Gabriel to where, but he lifted it. He did lift, or he double hit it. That sends Credo back to the service line. Waiakea won't be able to use Morante to serve the rest of this set. Wilbur Gabriel, oh my goodness, way too much juice behind that one. Do I see a timeout from Hilo soon? They still have a 4-point cushion, but I think if Waiakea rips off another one, you got to call timeout.
That might have to be the move.
Credo. Oh, overpass. Waiakea still stingy on communicating. Oh, off the block and down, Morante. Here comes Waiakea.
I think Coach Adam won't call a timeout.
Gonna roll the dice. This is the comeback Waikea's been wanting. Pana. Wilbur Gabriel. Gets it down and through the block, and Hilo takes set 1.
That was a very, very fast first set. I won't lie.
A valiant effort there by Waiakea to come back after trailing by as much as 8 in the set. They cut it down to 3, but Hilo takes set 1. We switch sides, and we'll be right back with set number 2. So welcome back, folks. Set number 2 just about ready to get underway. So Waiakea will kick things off with the serve here. It'll be Enriquez.
I hope those communication errors has been talked about for Waiakea, because that's pretty big, especially in a semi-finals game.
Enriquez kicks things off. Pana serves outside. Wilbur Gabriel out. We don't see many errors from Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel, but we've seen about 3 now in this game. Enriquez behind the service line again. He was just behind the service line when Waiakea went on that brilliant run. How about that dart from Wilbur Gabriel, but it's out again. The back-to-back hitting errors for Hilo. They have 9 compared to Waikea's 5.
Gotta reduce that.
Enriquez, that one hit the antenna. And Wilbur Gabriel just decided to catch it. So it's a service error for Waiakea. And while the errors on Waikea's side hasn't been much better, I have 5 errors for serving, 5 errors for hitting, but they had those 4 miscommunication errors that were so weird. Morante sends it long. Didn't really look like he set his feet there before he hit that.
And once again, the game is tied.
When they have those communication errors where they pop the ball up and no one goes under to get it, it actually goes down as a kill or an ace, depending on the situation. But we all know that it's really it's just the communicating errors that are really costing the points. Morante, he sent that one long as well. So Wilbur Gabriel and Morante, the 2 stars, they opened up set number 1 with trading kills, and now they've traded 2 hitting errors. And every point has been scored in this set by errors. Morante will try again. Take something under. Wow, look at Kaneta getting on the deck for that one. Ware, jump tip. Hayashi, Cradle, dug up on the chest of Harmon, and then Ware pushes it right down. You see Ware push the ball a lot. You know, he's got power. I know he's got power. I've seen him swing the ball.
It's just really hard to be accurate.
Well,
with
it's
the amount
hard.
Of power.
I'll tell you what, it's daunting looking at AJ Dahl. I mean, it is when he's going up for a block on you. That's Ware's second kill. Pana still behind the service line. He serves it out. That's his second service error. Both Panas have been responsible for the service errors for Hilo with 3. Credo. Ware jumps straight up. He takes a swing at that one. Hayashi digs it up. Morante. Oh, that one went over. Not a good set there by Enriquez. Must-win set for Waiakea?
Definitely. Definitely. If they want momentum going to the other sets, yeah. This is a must-win.
Cabreros. Oh, great dig by Harmon. Wilbur Gabriel. Oh, that went off the side of his hand. It's another hitting error for Hilo. They've hit 10 hitting errors. They have 15 total errors. Waiakea, 15 total errors. Hayashi lines one. Oh, wow. Great dig by Pana. Oh, how about that from Ware?
I thought that was going to go out.
I thought it was going out too, but did you see the dip on it? Wow.
It was just enough to get in.
Can you see
just
why
enough.
I want Ware to swing the ball more often? I mean, whoa. So Kai Kaneta behind the service line. Kaneta floats one at Morante. Set in the middle. Oh, that was Macumber got a fistful of net on the follow through there. Just a little fun tab about these two teams. Hilo or Waiakea, based on the research that I did dating back to 2017, neither of them have won the BIIF title since at least then.
Who was the most recent to win?
I couldn't find it, but this Waiakea team, they had a state play-in game last year. It didn't make it. Hilo hasn't even had the opportunity at a state play-in game since 2019, where they actually went to states. They won their play-in game. Morante, look out. Great dig by Harmon. Look at how calm he dug that one up. And then Wilbur Gabriel kind of pushes it over. Morante sets. He did. He definitely stepped over that half-court line.
A little too obvious on that one.
Cannon, oh, he sailed it. We've seen a lot of promise from Cannon this year. As the season went along, he got more and more playing time, and he really showed how good of a setter he can be. Remember that, I think it was like the first game against Kamehameha. A little joust won by Pana. So a Pana to Pana connection there. That's Kanoa Pana's first kill. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the state tournament. None of the players on Hilo's roster have played a state game. Play in the tournament, period. They haven't played. So this win would be monumental for this roster. A little joust at the net. It's Hilo's ball now. Wilbur Gabriel, that's the one he's looking for. And he claps his hands because he knows that's the big one for him to get right back on track.
I think all of his attack errors have been coming from that direction. I mean, not all of it, but for the one for this.
In this set, yes, it has. You're right. You're absolutely right. Tandle. Oh, wow. What a wicked hit by McCumber.
It was so quick, I didn't even see the ball touch the ground.
Yeah, it was right back up. Vibrations on the ground here at Hilo High. Oh, that one didn't look right from Harmon. Looked like he should have went for the bump there rather than the overhead. Counted as an ace for McCumber. It was his serve that caused Harmon to do that. That's the first service ace for Waiakea. Pana. Oh, he did not know that Wilbur Gabriel was coming towards the middle. So McCumber back behind the service line. Waiakea pulling within one now. Well, not anymore. A service error from Waiakea and McCumber as he hits the bench. 11-9, Hilo lead. With Peyton Pana, who has been the most dangerous server tonight. But that's well handled by Hayashi. Outside, off the block, and out. Ooh, close there from Pana. But Cabreros gets a kill. This is Jacob Tajiri, the lone freshman on this Waiakea varsity squad. Skies one, right at Cannon. Oh, Harmon didn't know that he was responsible for that one. Tajiri sets Morante. Long. Off the block. They'll call it off the block.
Once again, the game is tied.
Yeah.
This is such an even matchup. You gotta really like to see it.
Absolutely. It really feels like Hilo has controlled this set, but it's a tie game. Cannon digs it up. Wilbur Gabriel. That'll get things right back going. Back-to-back kills for Wilbur Gabriel. Kanoa Pana behind the service line. Floats one. Outside, Morante will try again. Off the block and out. There's Credo back to serve. Wilbur Gabriel. Tajiri.
Ooh.
Wow, what a dig by Tajiri. Free ball over from Dahl. Oh! That's a brutal one. So Credo back to serve. Waiakea has retaken the lead. Tando pops it up. Kaneta. Oh, off the block. How about a big time roof from Dahl?
This is what they needed. They needed some momentum going their way, and I think they're getting that right now.
Biggest lead of the set for Waiakea. Outside, Wilbur Gabriel. Wow, oh my goodness.
3 for 3.
Whoa.
Ever since those attack errors, he's been 3 for 3.
Yep, yes he has, and now he's behind the service line. Lines one. Good dig there by Credo. Free ball over from Hayashi. Pana outside. Ware takes a swing. Yes, sir!
14-14.
Kaivo Ware, you can feel it now. He let a little scream there following that kill. 2 powerful swings. 4 kills for Ware. We'll mop up the Waiakea side of the court. Well, set 2, very similar to set 1 so far. Right around here is when Waiakea started having that really weird sequence of events where they just were caught standing around. Can't have that now. This is a must-win set. Like, they need it. They need this one badly. Tied at 14. Wilbur Gabriel lines one right at Hayashi. Great dig. Dahl. Oh, he hung in the air, but he kind of like, you know, sometimes when you hang in the air like that, it you know, just doesn't. It didn't look right. Although it still had some pretty good power under it. Waiakea has hit double digits in hitting errors as Wilbur Gabriel sends it wide on the set. Here we go. 15-15. Hayashi. Harmon. Oh, that's definitely a lift on Pana. He knew it. Back-to-back errors for Hilo gives Waiakea the lead right back. We know how good Waiakea is at closing sets. They are the first to 20. Could be dangerous for Hilo. Good pass. Handle. Holy smoke! He did it. He does this little no-look kind of hit where he has like these eyes kind of like 90 degrees. Great peripherals. What a pass by Harmon, too. That was a really skilled pass by Harmon. Tandil has 4 kills now. Gotta wonder, will they start getting him going a little more here? Kaneta floats one. Morante digs it up. Morante. Oh! Tandil beats him with the joust. Heart over height for Malahia Tandil. And Hilo gets the lead right back. 2 points on one side, 2 points on the other. You got to win by 2. Can one team squeak out a 2-point lead? Hilo with Kaneta behind the service line. Oh my goodness, Credo doing the splits. And then Hayashi, it rolled up on his hands there.
Did you say the splits?
He was pretty much in the splits for that one. Kaneta still behind the service line. Keeps it in play. Morante, big swing. Oh, what a dig from Pana. Peyton Pana with the set. Malahia Tandil with the swing. It's long, just long. How about the dig from Pana, the control. And a good set from Peyton Pana as well.
Especially setting your hands and body at that right angle to get that dig. It can get kind of hard sometimes.
Absolutely.
Especially with all of that power.
Raymond Morante behind the line. Tickles the tape. Diving effort by Kavai Wilbur Gabriel. Where? Off the dig of Morante. And then a point. The floor official called 2 hits on Morante, and he waves his hand. He knows that he double hit that one. Good swing by Ware. Ware is swinging with confidence right now. This is Walker on to serve for Hilo. Morante outside. Enriquez. Oh, he hit it into the block. I mean, he hit it into the net.
Yeah.
He hit it into the net. And oh my goodness, I didn't think it was the 3-point lead for Hilo, but they've opened up their biggest lead of the set. Walker. Down to, oh, out!
That goes out.
Macumber, his 4th hitting error. A timeout from Waiakea. Now down 4, with Hilo 4 points away from taking set number 2. You wanna tell the audience what you said about this set for Waiakea? It's a what?
Wait, what did they say?
You said it's a must what?
Oh, it's a must win.
Absolutely, it's a must win. And
like there's 5 sets, of course, but to gain momentum back and not to get tilted, especially mentally, the mental game is where it's at. You need to win this set. You want to get that confidence back.
Hilo has not been reverse swept at all this season, anywhere. Iolani Classic, any travel tournaments, nowhere. They have not been reverse swept all season. Can we talk about, look, I talked about in the leading up to the show, Malia Tando, Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel, but I have to give credit where credit is due. I said, hey, Ware's kind of just pushing the ball in this set, didn't I? I said that after he got a kill with the hit, and then he just started ripping. I mean, oh my goodness. He really started laying the lumber on these spikes, and it has paid dividends for Hilo. He's got 3 kills in this set alone. And one of his spikes has resulted in a Waiakea error. Look at the effort by Hayashi, and then the communication error again. It's the communication errors in the clutch that have been costing Waiakea. In my stats, I have MISC errors. It stands for miscellaneous, but it could also stand for miscommunication. Outside, Enriquez floats one. Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel's right there. Peyton Pana outside. Malia Tando. Well, look at the dig by Morante. One hand, so casual with it. Back on the other end. Pana to Pana! Still alive! It's still alive! Hayashi free ball over. Oh! How about Kanoa Pana? Getting techie with it! No look!
That looked like a reverse layup. I don't know what to tell you.
How about that? It was an absolutely crazy sequence. And then, wow, his back was actually to the net. That takes guts to do. Macumber straight up and straight down. Great set by Morante. You know, I did say in the lead up, I want to see Morante get 10 kills in the first set. That will help Waiakea get rolling. He's only got 5, but he has 6 assists, and that's a facet of the game that we didn't talk about leading up to this one. But man, has he had an impact as a setter. Pana. Tando straight up and down, dug up by Cradle. Enriquez unblocked. Oh, actually did get a piece of Tando. Tando was late rotating over.
I thought that was out on Waiakea for a moment.
Yeah, I could see the tip from Tando.
Really?
Yeah. Cabreros. Tando swings again. Oh, he tips it. Oh, into the heart of the defense. There's no one there. You know, we always talk about how we don't really like seeing tips because of, we want to see the swings. But Tando's, when he tips the ball, it's like always at the right time. There's always this crater in the middle of the defense that's open. And he's got 6 kills in this one, 4 in the set alone. And this is exactly what I've been talking about, spreading it around. Tando getting in on the action, Ware on the action. Wilbur Gabriel ripped off 3 straight kills. Hell, even Pana with 2 kills in the set. I mean, it's been quite the effort thus far.
And that's all because of consistent practice and game sense, too. Developing game sense and practicing your mechanics every day. So that's a great job by Coach Adam right there on his end. And by the players.
Tando behind the service line. Look at the dip on that one. Outside, Cradle. Right ejected! The Pana Roofing Company and set number 2.
Now set 3 is going to be big.
Monumental and a must-win for the reigning BIIF Player of the Year, Clayman Morante, and the Waiakea Warriors. 25-21, 25-19. Hilo is up 2-0. We'll be right back after this.
All right, so Kai, I heard that you were at Wang Stadium commentating for the UH baseball game. Am I correct?
Yeah, the UH Hilo baseball team, their senior weekend. I got the privilege to commentate that, and really a cool experience to be able to understand. First collegiate game, I was very nervous. I will admit, I did say Vikings instead of Vulcans once. I have to admit that. I do have to admit that. But man, it was really fun. I thought it was really cool to hear the walkout songs, and what was really fun for me was that the stats were all online for me.
Oh,
so I
really?
could actually really research every player, see where they grew up, what high school they went to, and when you get to the college level, there's definitely more attention paid to it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
definitely.
There's more detail that I can talk about. So baseball is a slow-moving game, a lot of downtime, but to be able to talk about something to the player, like, hey, that's strike one to the player. Hey, he grew up here. This is high school. Transferred from this college. He's batting 300 on the year with 2 homers. Something like that. Like, it was really fun to be able to just continue to talk throughout, and really exciting games. You can really see the passion in collegiate sports. It's just as hype as it is for these high school matchups. But one thing different about that game and this one, as well as the one currently going on at Wang Stadium, they weren't playoff games. This is a playoff game. And we're going to kick things off with Kanoa Pana behind the service line with the Vikings up 2-0.
What you think, Kai? We're still going 5 sets, Kai? What do you think?
I think so. Little update for you all at home. If you are not at the baseball game, Hilo and Waiakea deadlocked at 0 in the 3rd inning. Pana sets Wilbur Gabriel off the block. Great block there by Dolan Morante. Here comes Morante. That one just clipped the line. Big start for Morante. His 6th kill. Tandil digs it up. Ware takes a swing, gets it through the block and into the net and down. Ware is swinging.
Another tie.
5th kill for him. Early on, it's always been really close. I think once we get to 15, that's when things get a little dicey for Waiakea. Look at the straight stand-up swing by Morante. Oh, that one is definitely a double hit on Ware. Rolled up on his fingers there. It's a hitting error for Hilo. They're 14th. They've tied Waiakea with 14. Hayashi. Oh, good serve there. Free ball over from Hilo. Sky high. Enriquez in the middle. Macumber off the block and down. Macumber's 2nd kill.
Now this is interesting. They're up by 2.
Hayashi behind the service line again. Better reception there by the Vikings. Tandil, look at the angle and the dip. I don't know what.
That's just pure skill.
I don't know what he puts on his hands to make the ball dip like that. You know how sometimes baseball players will use sticky stuff, the pitchers, they'll use sticky stuff to get more spin on the ball.
I don't know about that,
What hand
man.
sanitizer is he using? We need an insider. What hand sanitizer does Malahia Tandil use? Macumber sky high, but rejected. Still in play. Cabrero's tip. Uh-oh. I don't think the Vikings behind Pana were expecting him to jump up and dig that one. Cabreros will get credit for the kill for that one. Into the net, Morante, and that's big because he's the key behind the service line. But so far, nothing doing. Mosiah, Kolo, Walker, back to serve. He's a defensive specialist who's good at serving. Him and Delari's both very good at serving. Morante playing center. Outside Enriquez. Out. Dug up by Kai Kaneta on the bench. It's really cool to see how Waiakea, they'll reverse things, right? Enriquez to Morante, we'll flip it right back. Morante to Enriquez, but right now they need something immediate offense. Here's Macumber with some immediate offense, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it.
And that is swift. Like, that is swift. His attacks are swift.
Macumber, only 1 kill through the first 2 sets. He's got 2 in this one, early in the 3rd set. Cabreros. Harmon, right in front to Pana. The Pana to Pana connection. They're not only a roofing company, they're a good assist and kill company as well. That's Pana, Peyton Pana's first kill, 17th assist for Kanoa Pana. Malahia Tandil sinks one in. Credo, free ball, angled free ball. Pana, oh, too low. Too low from Kanoa Pana there. 6-5, Waiakea lead. Harmon. Wilbur Gabriel, that's his first look of the set, and he doesn't miss on that one. Wow, he's flying now. 4 straight kills.
Frozen.
4 straight kills.
Like, no one moved on Waiakea. Everyone was frozen. It happened so quickly. How could you react?
Peyton Pana behind the service line. Dahl. Oh, rejected by the block. Oh, no, excuse me. It hit the net. It hit the net. I think it hit the net. I got a little too excited there. You see, hey, in my defense, the ref is standing right in front of me.
That is fair. You want me to move down?
No. It's fine. It's fine. Because if I move down, then I'm more vulnerable at getting hit. Remember, I have a perfect record here, folks. Outside, Enriquez off the net, still over. Caneta hustles over. That's going to hit the antenna. So the teams exchange service error, hitting errors. Knotted at 7. 3 for 3 this season on balls headed towards me that I was able to notice, manage, maintain. Caneta sky high. How about the vertical from Kai Caneta? Can you see why he not only plays 3 different sports, starts on all 3?
He's just that good. And that's hard. Starting for 3 different sports with 3 different mechanics.
I've got a score update from Wong Stadium.
Oh.
Hilo, a 2-run advantage now in the 4th inning. They lead 2-0. Game 1 of the BIIF championship game. Malahia Tandil, he laughs that one off. It hit the bottom of his hand.
What inning is Wong Stadium at right now?
Top of the 4th. They play 7-inning games.
Woo.
Pana, Wilbur Gabriel. No, he hit that one into the net. Either way, I think Morante's block was there. The serve was just a little close to the net.
I think Hilo is rushing a little too much right now.
18 service hitting errors from Hilo. It's rare from them. We'll try it again with Wilbur Gabriel. Running spike. Got it through the block and down. And all Dahl and Morante can do is just look at it, hit the deck off their block. Enriquez, Cabreros. Good swing on that one from Cabreros. Great set from Enriquez. I know they play him outside sometimes, and Morante's a great setter too, but what Enriquez presents as a setter is about equal to Morante. Hayashi, line drive, serve. Tandil stands straight up, off the block. Overpass, Caneta.
Too much. Too much.
I thought that one might have hit the block, but they're going to say it didn't. Waiakea opens up a two-run, thinking about baseball, 2-point lead. Hayashi. Oh, miscommunication. Wow, kept alive by Hilo, and then diving effort, Jace Hayashi. Where? Keeps it in place somehow. It's getting a little hectic here. Morante dug up by Pana. Outside. Tandle. Oh, just out. I thought that one might have gone in. 20 errors.
This is interesting.
3-point lead for Waiakea. Their largest in any set in this match. It's been this guy, Hayashi, keeping them afloat. Great dig by Wilbur Gabriel. Tandle, smart tip. Look at Cabrero's dive. A lot of commotion. Hayashi free ball over. Hilo will set things up. Oh, that's close. Oh my goodness. And then sending it long. Was that McCumber again?
I think so.
Oh man. Waiakea fans wanted a lift call. They want a lift call, they better call Uber. Kaneta lines it into the net. They say ball don't lie, so maybe the Waiakea fans are right. 6 service errors for Hilo. I don't know the huge difference, underrated difference in this game. 3-6 to aces errors ratio for Hilo. That's 1 ace every 2 errors. Look out, Morante. Maybe he can change that. Off the tickling the tape. Outside. Tandle, big swing. Oh, that was going out. Hayashi hustles after it, but it's out. That one was definitely going out. That's the second time Credo has done that in this match.
Almost touched the scoreboard.
Anyway, what I was saying is every ace Hilo hits, 2 errors. Every ace Waiakea hits, 8 errors. They're 1-8 in that department. That's a huge difference.
How are you doing this math? What?
Well, 3 and 6, they have a common denominator that's 2. Right? Or they have a common denominator that's 3. Enriquez, long. No! Excuse me. Pana crossed the line on the block attempt there.
Okay.
30 total errors for Hilo, 29 for Waiakea. Error fest. Cabreros lines one. Tandle swings off the dig, and off the block, and then off of Credo. Do you see how much power that has, even after absorbing a block? I mean, wow.
It's not funny. I wouldn't want to get hit by that.
Magic number 20 for number 2. Kanoa Pana has hit 20 assists in this match. Only halfway through the 3rd set. Similar score once again. Oh, great diving effort by Hayashi. Enrique tickles the tape, getting low for it. Was Pana, and then he has to kind of like lightly swing it over. Hayashi sets Enriquez. Enriquez off the block and down.
I'm surprised Coach Adam hasn't called a timeout. I think around this time it would be
I would
a
think
pretty
so too,
decent
right?
time.
But I feel like Waiakea hasn't gone on a huge run yet,
Yeah.
Up 3, but they've done it gradually.
It's still back and forth there. But I feel like it would be smart to break their momentum a little.
Look at this. Double middle blockers for Waiakea. They take out Hayashi, put in Dahl. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel says take your tall duo, your twin tower, if you will. Play it elsewhere. Double-digit kills for Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel. Peyton Pana back to serve. Waiakea must win. Their season is on the line here. Hayashi. Dahl. Oh, dug up by Tandle. And then little corkscrew dig over. And then a block. Oh, but out. Solo block effort there by Pana. But Credo, another kill. His 3rd kill. Enriquez back to serve. He's been the guy behind the service line for Waiakea. Can they generate something with him? Colo Walker. Wilbur Gabriel just swings at it and gets knocked down by the block. Good job there by Dahl and Credo. Waiakea has opened up a 4-point advantage, and that forces Coach Turifungu to call timeout.
They really needed that timeout.
This is kind of what we expected, right? I mean, this is about what we expected.
I mean, this is like the fighting chance, so Like what you said, their season is on the line right now, and for the rest of the sets that may appear after this one, who knows? But yeah, there's a lot on the line for Waiakea right now.
Hilo definitely has more fans. They've been a lot more quiet, though, except at the end of sets, of course, when they've been taking them.
Yeah.
Waiakea needs this one. I mean, we can't emphasize it enough how badly they need this set. When your season is on the line here, but taking set number 3, wouldn't that be a huge thing? Back in Waiakea, the last regular season match between these two teams, Waiakea took set 3 30-28. How did Hilo respond?
That must have been long.
How did Hilo respond? They took set number 4 25-13. Doubled up on the Warriors. Waiakea, of course, hoping for something different this time around.
That must have been like the longest overtime.
Well, remember last year, it was 33-31 in the first set. I was like, what in the world? That was the senior game, I believe.
Really?
The most packed I've ever seen this gym was that senior game. Enriquez floats one. Outside. There you go. There you go. Pana to Wilbur Gabriel. The winning recipe.
Like they say, man, let them cook.
Double twos for number 2. 22 assists for Konoha Pana. He steps right behind the service line. He takes something off it, making sure it stays in play. Dahl. Oh, he hit the net on the follow through. And he knows it. He looks at the net in disbelief. And right back. Hilo cuts the Waiakea lead in half. Pana dips it. Hayashi gets to his knees. Morante!
That did hit the net.
It went off the net, but then it rolled out, looked like. If Hilo ties it right here, I expect to see a timeout right from Waiakea quickly.
That would be a smart move.
Pana has controlled it. Oh! Into the net. He's had trouble. He's not known for that, but he's had trouble in this one.
I see some finger tape on a couple of his fingers. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
Cradle floats one. Wilbur Gabriel.
Oh, too
ouch.
much.
Haven't seen an error from him in a while. He actually ripped off 7 straight kills between errors, but that's a big one. It gives Waiakea the lead of 3 once again. Outside, where? Holy smokes! That ball off the deck went up into the banners.
Woohoo! That was brutal.
Kaiva, where? We have not seen this power from you all season, but what a time to wake up. Wow. Cabreros had to go back for it, and it came off the top of his fingers. And Waiakea has hit 20 hitting errors. And here we go. We are in the clutch in a very important set number 3. Wilbur Gabriel serves it into the net.
I noticed that whenever they get really close to tying the game, they just
an
are
error.
unable. Yeah.
Hayashi, this is the guy you want back serving if you're Waiakea. The consistency from this guy throughout this match. Like that right there. Tandel, tip, it's down! How good is he? I mean, he knows when to tip it.
His timing is just impeccable.
And he has hit double-digit kills. I didn't even realize that. We're talking about, Wilbur Gabriel. We've been talking a lot about where. We're going to mop up the floor a little bit here.
But especially in a fast-paced game, it's really hard to time those attacks like that. Really hard.
Enriquez is holding his hamstring a little bit. That would be big for Waiakea. He's so important to this team.
Hopefully it's nothing serious.
This has been the lineup that has worked the best for Waiakea in this one. A little bit surprised, at least me personally. Kai Kaneta back behind the service line. Keeps it in. Hayashi's there. Morante. It's out! Oh, man. It went off the net. It went off the net.
It just went out. There we go. Are they going to call a timeout?
No.
No. Wow.
Kaneta. Good dig by Hayashi. Outside, Cabreros has to back up for it. Free ball. Hano, yes, it's down! The tip shots have been getting Waiakea. Timeout.
Timeout.
Waiakea. Hilo retakes the lead.
That's a huge timeout, you know.
First lead in the set since it was single digits.
Yeah. But you have to be able to cut off the momentum a bit. That's what these timeouts are really good at doing, because usually their mind is just straight laser focused on the game. So, you know, when you take a timeout like this, it's gonna kind of throw them off maybe. But I mean, it's also important to get your players some rest too, and re-talk about what's going wrong and what's going right for them.
So here we go. 21-20. I mean, really, for the most part, outside of like 7 points in set 1, 10 points in set 2, or maybe vice versa, it's been a really tight match. But this one has by far been the best one. Whatever Waiakea was cooking at the end of set 1, remember when they made that huge comeback? They need it right now.
They do.
Right now. It's the clutch, folks. Both teams over 20. Waiakea season on the line. Oh, a service ace! Hayashi, who has been so good all match, he backed up just a little too much on that one. A massive service ace for Hilo and Kaneta, their 4th of the match. The Hilo fans, they can start to feel it just a little bit. Kaneta, dug up by Morante this time. Morante outside. Oh, he hit it into the net! He hit it into the net!
You can't have these errors. You cannot.
Not now.
The score is definitely the year right now.
Waiakea's 2023. Fantastic observation. But more importantly, Hilo moves within 2 of a spot in the BIIF Championship game. Macumber. Oh, what a dig by Pana. Where? Off the block and out. And Hilo has Aloha ball.
Is this it? Is this it for Waiakea?
Kai Kaneta serves with the match on the line. As Morante, he wants to mop up the floor. He wants to make sure everything is perfect. A little surprised that Waiakea did not call timeout here. They do have one at their disposal. What a turnaround. Actually, there you go. There's a timeout.
Smart timeout.
Absolutely a smart timeout. You can't carry it over from set to set. And with your season on the line, this is so important. Wow. What a match we've had so far. It was 21-20 the last time Waiakea took a timeout. Usually out of a timeout, the team who takes it, they come out firing. Not Waiakea in this one. Hilo. It was really Hilo's, really the ace. It set the tone. The ace really set the tone. It got their offense rolling. It got Waiakea a little nervous, you know. Man, what a game Jace Hayashi has had tonight. And I feel so bad because you saw him react after that ball hit the deck. He knew that he backed up a little too far, but he has been everywhere.
He's a hustler
on the floor tonight. I mean, oh my goodness. If we could get if we had like technology on the court, you know how basketball they have like shot charts?
Oh, yeah.
If we had like a diving chart for Hayashi, it would be like he was playing tic-tac-toe across the gym. I mean, he has been everywhere. But now, it all comes down to this, and it's 1 point at a time for Waiakea. Kai Kaneta serves. Hilo, they haven't been to the BIIF Championship game since 2019, before the pandemic. It would be a first time for all of these players. Aloha ball in the Hilo High gym. Hayashi digs it up. Overpass! Dug right down! Morante will take a swing. Dug up by Pana. Wilbur Gabriel, too long! Off the block! It went off the block! And Hilo High is headed to the BIIF Championship game for the first time since 2019!
Wow. Wow, this game ended pretty quickly. Wow. It's only 7-19.
What a performance! And in the end, man, is that so fitting.
But that's also very heartbreaking for Waiakea.
Absolutely, they played their hearts out tonight.
They did amazing.
But Hilo will play in the championship game on Wednesday night. wow, every single match, every single set, so exciting.
Both teams did absolutely great today.
An excellent season.
Absolutely great tonight.
An excellent season from Kainalu Enriquez, Ryder Cabreros, Chaston Domingo, AJ Dahl, Caleb Naboa, Skylar James McCumber, Clayman Morante, Marley Credo, and Tavai Matthew Carvalho. Unfortunately, their high school careers do come to an end tonight, but I mean, what a season that they had, this team had. They are the only team to beat Kamehameha this season. But tonight, it just wasn't their night. It was Hilo High's night, and they will return to the championship game and have an opportunity to play in states for the first time since the pandemic.
And that's a big honor right there. What an amazing game tonight. You know, I really loved the environment here. It was great.
Cameron, you and I sang along to that alma mater.
Of course.
It's the last sporting event we'll cover. I said no tears, and there will be no tears. Guaranteed.
Good job.
Guaranteed no tears this
Good
time.
job.
You know, it's not senior night. You
No,
know,
it's not senior.
but
It's not
I
our
mean,
senior night.
wow, what a game we really had tonight. I mean, it was what the playoff game is all about.
If you are, we'll be playing 7 o'clock on Wednesday at Waiakea. Thank you very much for coming out tonight supporting the boys. We appreciate you all. Mahalo.
So you heard it from Coach Tuifungu. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. at Konawaina. If you can't make it, because, I mean, it is in Konawaina, Naleo will be broadcasting that game. I unfortunately won't be at that one, but best believe I will be watching because that is going to be a really, really good match. Remember, earlier in the year, Hilo took Kamehameha to 5 sets. I have no doubt that they can do it again, especially when they beat the team that beat Kamehameha just a few days ago. Man, volleyball is such a game of matchups, and, I mean, you know, you have to admit, Waiakea does match up better against Kamehameha, but they didn't match up better against Hilo, and tonight, Hilo took down the victory. It does, you know, it is a 3-0 sweep. I can guarantee you it didn't feel like a sweep, really,
Not at all.
except for, like, many portions throughout the game, and that's really what made the difference for Hilo tonight. It was 13-13 in set 1, 15-15 in set 2. It was 17-13 in this third set before Hilo ripped up a 12-3 run to close out this game and close out Waiakea season, securing a spot in tomorrow's BIIF championship game. Cameron, any final thoughts on this game?
This is what volleyball is all about, everyone. That's what it is. The fast-paced intensity coupled with the amazing effort that you see by the coaches and the players.
Absolutely. Let's go through
That's volleyball.
some quick final stats. Officially 25-21, 25-19, 25-20, so consistent scores across the board. But I can assure you that not every match was the same, especially that third set. Star of the show, I mean, for Hilo, you got to give it to that three-headed attack with Malahia Tando, Kawai Wilbur-Gabriel, Kanoa Pana in the middle, too. I mean, 12 kills for Wilbur-Gabriel, 10 kills for Tando, and then Pana had 25 assists. He was really, really good. What a performance overall. But I do want to give 2 special shout-outs tonight. Well, maybe 3. We'll make it 3.
Okay.
Kaiva Ware was spectacular.
That is true.
I don't know if he heard me. I don't know if the coaches, you know, telepathically knew what I was saying. But, man, once he started swinging, we really saw what a special player he is. I mean, his first 2 kills were kind of tips off the block. The last 5, he was ripping it. I mean, he was making dents in this deck right here. And, I mean, really, if he can do that against Kamehameha, I don't think those Warriors know what's going to be in for them. I mean, because if he can swing it like that against them,
That's
Kamehameha
huge.
is going to have another thing to worry about, right? another shout out goes to Peyton Pana. You know, we always talk about the clutch being, you know, the third set, the decisive set late in the game. But what he served up, granted, was aided by some communication errors by Waiakea, but what he did at the end of that first set really helped set the tone for Hilo. And I read a stat, and this refers to college, but I'm sure the same could be applied to Hilo, where teams that win the first set win the overall match 75% of the time.
That's true.
And as we saw right here, Hilo swept Waiakea, and I really think that stretch, it was 13-13, and the next thing you know, it was 24-16. It was like, where did this run come from? It was such a back-and-forth game. You said it. I think we're going 5 after the first 2 points, and it was like that for the early portions of every single set, and then boom, Hilo just blows one past you, and in a blink of an eye, they'll turn a 3-point deficit into a 2-point lead, and then they'll win the set, right? Last but not least, I want to go to Kai Kaneta, because I just mentioned in the clutch, and what he did behind that service line. Remember, it was 20-20 when he went behind that service line.
And there were like 2 errors before.
The third set, 25-20. And yeah, you might make a great point. Kanoa Pana served it into the net. Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel served it into the net. And I mean, wow, like the way he just, you know, I always say it every single time. I say it more in the JV game. Volleyball is all about keeping the ball in play. And that's what he did with his serves. And that first one really got Hayashi on his back foot, and he wasn't really ready for it. And speaking of Hayashi, the Waiakea players that did really well tonight, I mean, we have to lead off with Clayman Morante. He did only have the 6 kills. He didn't have, I think he only had 1 kill in that third set, which was the opening one, but he had 9 assists. And we didn't talk about his passing that much in this one. And maybe I was wrong in my research. I was looking through it all, and I was like, wow, what a game he had against Kamehameha to win it for them. I mean, he pretty much put the team on his back. But tonight, he let the team off his back, and then he started handing it out, you know, giving the gifts. And those 9 assists led the team, but his 6 kills also led the team. He was magnificent. Canalo Enriquez had a few great sets as well. He had 7 assists. I think that, you know, in the first games that we saw Waiakea play, we didn't see much of Cabreros, and we didn't see much of Credo. Tonight, they played a pretty big part in this one. Cabreros with 4 kills in a block, and Credo with 3 kills. And Credo, with those sky-high serves, kind of threw off Hilo with the communication a little bit. Sometimes it's the softest, slower serves that can mess you up the most. And then I want to talk about Jace Hayashi. I mean, how good he was tonight. A little biased. He's a DEA away from my last name. But, I mean, was he so good tonight? He was diving left and right as if he was diving into a pool. This isn't a pool. It's this kind of, you know, this deck right here. It's hardwood floor.
It is.
It's not fun to continue to dive low for it, but it felt like every single rally he was on the deck going for it all. So yeah, special shout out to those Warriors and all of the Warriors for a really good season, and thank you to all the Waiakea parents and supporters out there for always tuning in, you know, supporting your friends, family, peers. When you support them, you're supporting us. So thank you guys so much. And of course, shout out to the Hilo fam for all your support endlessly throughout the season. And, man, what a year it's been for athletics. We will have, I think we have a band concert coming up. We, of course, will be covering commencement and the senior farewell. So please be sure to tune into all of that so you can see our athletes, some of them, graduate, right? Kanoa Pana, Chase Kidani, Leha Harmon, and Kawhi Wilbur Gabriel, they'll all be graduating this season. And, of course, I wanted to shout out, once again, Naleo, Channel 54, tomorrow, they will be covering both baseball games. So if you support Kona Waina, Kamehameha, Hilo, or Waiakea, please tune in to Channel 54. Or even better yet, show up to the game because the fans make the environment fun. Last update I got was Hilo up 2-0 on Waiakea. That's game 1. It's a best of 3. The game tomorrow is supposed to start at 6 p.m., but given the D2 game that's starting at 3 p.m., we'll see what time that one really does start because the team's got to warm up about 30 minutes between events. Yeah. But that'll just about do it for this broadcast, our actual last sporting broadcast of the season. Once again, our final tonight for this boys BIIF semi-final volleyball game. The Vikings sweep Waiakea 3-0, 25-21, 25-19, 25-20, and they advance their first BIIF championship game since 2019, and also the first time that they will get to have at least a chance at going to states. If they lose the BIIF championship game, they will host a state playing game, hey, maybe we'll cover that.
Maybe
I can't guarantee anything yet, but whatever. For the time being, our last broadcast.
it will be this one.
Yeah, definitely. If you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, help us out by liking this video. And also subscribe to our channel to get notified when we go live next. See our broadcasting schedule and all other athletic competition notices on our official website, hilohigh.org. Follow KVIKS Media at KVIKS Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And learn more about our program at kviks.org. One more thing, I got to say, how exciting must it be for those boys in the locker room going to their first BIIF championship game ever?
Yeah.
Must be so exciting.
Must be loud in there.
Absolutely. So for the final time, on behalf of our broadcasting team, signing off from the Hilo High gym, Luke, we hope you're okay, recovering well. I know you're a little sick, but I hope you're watching us and
Hi, Luke.
rooting us along. Thank you so much for everything that you do and everything that all our camera people working in the ops area, everything that you do. Signing off from the gym for the last time, maybe. My name is Kai Hayashida.
My name is Cameron Kabalar. And remember, once a Viking,
Always a Viking. Aloha!
Aloha!
Stay safe, everybody, and thank you so very much.
The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School, KVIKS Media.